Hello, Nymfam. How are you guys? I hope you're all well and all ready to get stuck into Game Week 14. I know we have some regulars in the chat already. Welcome, Kev. Welcome, John. Thank you so much for joining me today. Okay, so we have got lots to talk about. So much to talk about. We've got press articles, we've got updates. I may even make a transfer on this stream live. In fact, probably will. I may go for it. So that'll be a little bit spicy for you guys. As always, I love to start the stream with just having a quick look at basically who are the most transferred in and the most transferred out players in the game, because I think it's always helpful for us guys to have a quick look at who is in and who is out of the outlooks for people's minds. So in Buemo, top transfer in this week. Yeah, Buemo, you guys are still going to have to kind of update me on how we're saying this because I'm still getting it wrong. But he is just by far the top transferred in this week. And then behind him is Gordon. Both players I am potentially looking at transferring in today, like potentially right now, but all depends on those updates on Watkins and Bowen and things like that, which we'll get onto in just a second, so do stick with me for that. Saka is then the next transferred in. I suppose it's quite easy for people maybe to go Bowen to Saka if they got a little bit of extra cash. Zinchenko, interesting one this. As an Arsenal fan, I feel like he's still a rotation risk, but he's on a lot of FPL managers' minds at the moment. So I'm really quite interested that he is one of the top transferred in. I think he is definitely a first choice for Arteta, but we do have a lot of games coming up. So I do feel like he could be like tad bit of a rotation risk. And then Isak, if you watched my ultimate guide at the beginning of the week, you will know that Isak was an option that I suggested to everyone, so do make sure that you hit the notification bell and check out those ultimate guides at the beginning of the week, because I feel like they are really helpful. I like to give you guys some sneaky little tips there. And then of course the most transferred out, Bowen, with this kind of injury news hanging over him. We'll get a little bit more information on that in just a second. Mitoma, people just fed up. His fixtures have run out now and he didn't really do very much. Sonny, extremely expensive, didn't get a goal last week even though he scored 3 goals, and to be honest with you guys, I would hold him. I have him and I'm going to hold him, but I could see why people are getting rid. Alvarez, again, he was mentioned in my ultimate guide at the beginning of the week, and Maddison with his injury. Okay then guys, so enough faff about who is the most transferred in and the most transferred out, and let's get in to these updates. So we've had quite a lot of information, but I'm not sure all of it has necessarily been very helpful. So I guess the main one we want an update on is Bowen. Emery. Okay, misses out. That was from yesterday, right? He had the pain. So yeah, we've got that information there. Okay, here we go. Bowen will be assessed as he continues to manage an ongoing knee problem. Jared, of course, had an injury. I'll pick up the medical team and we'll see later this afternoon. Now, we can take that one of two ways. That could be he had an injury and he's fine now. Or that could be if we're having to assess with the medical team, then it's not looking good. Now, a lot of people are basically saying that if he's got a knee injury with fluid on his knee, and there are midweek games and then games again on the weekend, the likelihood of him being able to shake off any real knee injury to be playing all of the minutes in all of those matches is quite slim. So if that's actually the case, then it's looking like Bowen is a sell. So if you have Bowen, then he's looking like a sell. I'm considering selling him this week. to be honest, I only really wanted him. Well, he's a great player, right? But I only really wanted him for that Burnley fixture. And now that hasn't happened, I'm kind of a bit like, ugh. And if he's going to get limited minutes or he's nursing a bit of an injury, you know, midweek games, it's not really filling me with like a load of, oh yeah, I have to, you know, I have to keep Bowen in my team, you know. It's really important that he keeps his place. So I think for me, Bowen is a sell, and I'll chat a little bit more in a moment about who I will transfer him out for. Got 2 transfers this week. Really was hoping to roll one, if I'm completely honest. If I'm completely honest with you guys. But that hasn't really come to fruition. So, yeah, bit disappointed. Could have done with a bit more specific news there. I think it would have been a lot more helpful to have something a bit more specific from him. He also says, because we're just back from Serbia, we'll find out any injury news a bit later. We had to leave several behind because of viruses and flu-like symptoms, and we'll find out later today. So no real word on Kudos, Sufal and Alvarez were all the ones missing for West Ham on the squad on Thursday, so that would suggest they are the ones that are ill. As somebody who's had this virus, had one of the viruses going around at the moment, I can tell you it's not fun. 8 weeks it's taken me to get anywhere near better again. It's so mad. So yeah, that could be some trouble if you're a Kudos owner. Okay, any Watkins news is what we want. Any Watkins news? Let's see. Any Watkins news? Hey guys, how are you all? I hope you're good. I'm just figuring some stuff out here. So let's see if there's any update yet from Villa. Any more update from Villa? Doesn't look like it yet. Taking their time with these updates, man. Today, they're taking the time to leak through. Big up to Bendinery, who is fab for any of the updates. Still waiting to hear, though, about Ollie Watkins. Still waiting to hear about Ollie. So, I've got 73% yes on selling Bowen. Ooh, so should I sell Bowen as well? Ooh, at FPL News. Thanks, buddy. I'll check that out. Which one? FPL. Oh, one FPL News. Okay, cool. Thank you. Thank you. I'll add them to the list if they're any good. Let's see. Let's see. Oh, here you go. Oh, right. That's not helpful. He's not completely unavailable for Sunday. We're going to wait tomorrow and see if we can take a risk with him or not. We will see how he feels about facing the demands in 90 minutes we are going to face on Sunday. Oh my gosh, what even is that? Okay. He's a doubt for Sunday, but then he could be okay. Could be okay then. Let's start another poll. Are you selling Watkins? Why can I not spell? Cool. Let me know in the chat, guys, if you are selling Watkins. That's not the news I was hoping for. I was literally hoping for a yes, no, kind of he's definitely playing or he's definitely out situation. Not gonna lie. Not gonna lie. I like that. Waylander. Wiley, wildcard already bought in Sanchez, Sterling. Should I go for Nkuku? Might be a little bit early, but if you can make a spot in your team where you think he can come in for Wiley, then that would be good. Yeah, it looks, well, it doesn't say that Kudos is out, but I guess if he's got this virus, it could make him a little bit kind of iffy for next week. This weekend, sorry. Thank you for that, Sash. I will add them to the pro. Definitely a good one to add to the pro a bit later. Alvarez and Diaby for Mbeumo and Darwin. 1.5 in the bank, or Lyle Foster and Diaby out for Mbeumo and Darwin. No money in the bank. Ooh, Toby coming at me with the tough questions straight away. Alvarez and Diaby for Mbeumo and Darwin, or Lyle Foster and Diaby out for Mbeumo and Darwin. I think so. It's selling Diaby either way, and it's buying Mbeumo and Darwin either way. Do you feel like you would use that 1.5 elsewhere, Toby? Do you have like a thought process of where you might use it a bit further down the line? Because if so, then I feel like go with the option that gives you the money in the bank. However, if not, I'd prefer the option where you use up all of the cash, I think. I think getting rid of Foster probably is a massive upgrade there. Mister, I still think Watkins will start. I mean, it doesn't rule him out completely, does it? See if we can take a risk with him or not. We will see how he feels about facing the demands of night. I mean, every footballer wants to play, right? So unless he's going, fancy a rest this week, boss, if you don't mind. I mean, do they have that much sway? Do they have that much sway? I'm not sure. So if that's the case, I'm a bit like, yeah, I mean, I have, if I show you my team, I have, I do have Archer as backup. So I'm not feeling like it's awful if Watkins doesn't play, right? My defence is an absolute shambles. Look away now if you have an aversion to bad defences, because I have a shocking defence. I got my captaincy on Salah. I don't know why, because I actually am probably going to captain. Ooh, that's one of those last minute changes you regret later, isn't it? Oh, I can see it coming now. What have I done with the chat? Where's my chat window gone? Sorry, 2 seconds, guys. I was just looking for the chat window. There it is. Hey, don't know anything about press conferences. What's happening? Okay, Nucleus. So we have had basically updates from pretty much everyone. Arteta says Arsenal good. No news there. Bowen update was just absolutely shocking. It was really unhelpful. I'll just find it for you now if you have Bowen, because it was just really bad. He just said that Bowen will be assessed as he continues to manage an ongoing knee problem. Jared, of course, had an injury. I'll pick up with the medical team and we'll see later this afternoon. There's been no reports of him in training that I've heard of. And the fact that he's saying we'll pick up with the medical team and the fact that he doesn't know on a Friday morning whether or not Jared is fine or not suggests to me that even if he makes it back for the weekend, he'll either be on the bench, or if he does start, then he's got to manage this fluid on the knee situation over these very congested couple of games in the next few weeks. So with that, I think that's probably going to be your help there in that respect. Who else have we got? Watkins. We've just pretty much got like that he's a doubt. So you probably saw the quote on screen by the time you turned up. And Klopp says that Kelleher has the credentials to be a first choice goalkeeper at Liverpool. And obviously with Alisson out, that makes him a potential option. Hey, David, welcome. So yeah, there are 15 of you in. Please like and subscribe. If you don't already, your name should appear on the screen. And I am so close to 7k. It would be absolutely amazing to try and get there before the end of the year. It'd be so amazing. And thank you so much to Holly as well for giving me a shout out on her stream. That means a lot. I know you guys would all be liked and subbed to her anyway, so don't you worry about that. But if you don't, make sure you do, because she is on the road to 30k and it would be amazing to get her there. So yeah, I mean, Nuclear, I hear your pain. I think I'm going to sell Bowen. I think I've decided I'm selling Bowen. Just don't want to risk it. I just don't want to risk it. And I mean, I know that Spurs defence will be and can be terrible. And then Fulham, oh, thank you, David. Welcome to the Nim fam. And then Fulham and Wolves. See, they can be fairly tough in defence. They're not as easy as that like fixture difficulty makes out to be. But to have like Sunday and then Thursday this week, yeah, I just think he's a sell. Now, my initial thoughts before the whole Watkins thing for me were in Bowen, and we shake Louise's hand and we thank him for his service to my team, and we get in because I really like Gordon's form at home. And that was my initial kind of... Plus, I just really like Newcastle's run of fixtures. Especially past United. Although it's United. But he does play 3 of the next 6 at home as well. So that was my other kind of reasoning for putting Gordon in over in Bremo. Of course, Palmer is up there as a, like... But do I do it? Can I, see, I really like Isaac as well, but everyone's going to go Darwin so I can afford the old -4. So if I did the Gordon and Mbeumo move today, then I could wait on the Watkins news, or I could just have Archer come in if Watkins isn't playing. Now, the thing is that... Oh, you guys can't really see that, can you? Sorry, 2 seconds. That's helpful. There you go. Hopefully that's better for you. The thing is that Darwin misses so many chances. I've got him in my Sky team. I don't know if I want him in more than one team. This is what I'm thinking at the moment. I'm almost really tempted to do Mbeumo and Gordon in right now. And just do it. Just do it. So that's what I'm really tempted to do. It would be Bowen and Louisa. Now, Louisa's been very good to me, just ticking away nicely. And he does have that really nice fixture this week. So he doesn't have to go this week. It's just that I really like Gordon. And whilst he has the tougher fixture this week, the thing I have to think about as well, with only 0.2 swing room, is would I be able to afford Gordon if he does well at home again, like he has been doing? Will I be able to afford him to get him back into my team again? Because there's every chance in the next week, if he smashes out the park against United, that he will go up that 0.2 very, very quickly. 14.7%. I mean, he's going to do way more damage to my team than what old David is going to do. David? Douglas. David Luiz. Wow, there's a blast from the past. Old Douglas is going to do. And old Douglas has old Man City and Arsenal up next. You hear what I'm saying? And that's midweek as well. Although the good thing, I guess, is that there are midweek fixtures. So I could just do that move and then get straight on Gordon. Straight on to Gordon for Louise after Bournemouth. Why have I put an F there? Oh, you have to love my dyslexic brain. Anyone else suffer with dyslexia? It's a pain in the backside. For Everton midweek. It's not a terrible shout. I don't know. I just really have this feeling about Gordon against United. Just have this real kind of niggling feeling about Gordon against United. Ooh. Yeah, don't know, guys. Because I could just do this, boom, 2 free transfers, stick Watkins in, Archer as backup against Burnley. I mean, it's not terrible, is it? As the situation goes, it's not terrible at all. I wish we'd had better news on Bowen and Watkins. It just makes life so blinking difficult, doesn't it? So difficult. Okay, Ramsey. He's not gonna rush anyone back from injury. That's fair. Were there any more on FPL news? Nope. All updated there. My plan was Watkins and Huang out for Isaac and Mbeumo. I don't mind that. Hey, Gas! Eze and Bowen, so Cash will have to stay for now. Yeah, I'm not even sure Cash will start this week, if I'm honest. If you have him, do consider that. I mean, I hate my defence. Genuinely, my defence is an absolute shocker. Let's reset that. At the moment, I'm playing Turner. That's how bad this situation is that I'm playing Turner in the hope that he starts against Everton because of how badly Turner's teammate did last week. And yeah, I'm hoping Simicast plays despite him playing midweek. Lascelles because it's Newcastle at home, and Saliba because he's my man and he was in my team week 1 before any Gabriel injury news. Just putting that out there. He was my choice over Gab, and then everyone jumped on because they heard the Gabriel news. So he's just my day one, my ride or die, my ride or die. Yeah. So, oh, thanks, buddy. Okay. Had got Bowen for -4 last week, so I can't. Oh, that's, yeah, that's harsh. Who do I play for my team? Let me know your team, David. Hey, Focus, how you doing, buddy? Checking in with medical team doesn't mean it's bad news. I'll keep him. Watkins has more doubt on starting, and if he is not starting, then the next ones are way tapper. That's true, Nuclear, but I haven't heard any news of Bowen training, and that worries me more than checking in with the medical team does. So if we'd had some like photographic evidence of Bowen in some light training or something similar to that, I think I'd be feeling a lot more kind of like gusto about keeping Bowen, but it doesn't mean he won't play, right? He should get minutes if he's healthy. But what those minutes will be over the next 2 matches, I just don't know. And the thing is, do you really want to sell Watkins? Do you really? I mean, he could be a sell for like these two, but then Villa are at home against City, and Villa have been like a completely different kettle of fish at home, right? They've been a completely better team at home. And even Arsenal are at home, Villa Park. And then they've got Brentford away and Sheffield United at home. I mean, you'd expect Ollie to be scoring in those if he's fit. Question is he fit? That is the question. I wish we'd had better updates. Wiley, I do feel like Newcastle are going to do well against United. I do feel it. I feel like Newcastle, much like Villa, have really locked down their home games. I'd be a bit shocked if both those teams didn't do well. So 55% saying no, that they would. I was much closer than I thought about selling Watkins. Okay, who are you captaining is what I want to know. That's what I want to know next. Okay. Darwin or Isaac? Oh, that's a tough one. My gut at the beginning of the week was Isaac. I feel like Wilson. Have we had any Wilson news update actually? Actually. Let me check. See if we can find anything from the old Newcastle. When were they? Were they today or yesterday? Oh, my brain's gone. Ah, here we go. This load after his injuries, reacting well. We would love. Oh, welcome FPL Down. Thank you so much for subscribing to the Nim fam. Welcome. And that's all we have. Oh, Harvey Barnes and Callum Wilson remain out with foot and hamstring problems respectively. There you go. So I feel like Isaac is going to get the next. Well, he's going to play this weekend. I think that probably means that Wilson is highly doubtful for the midweek games because we have midweek fixtures this week. Guys, do not forget get on those deadlines. So I think you'd be good with Isak for the next 3. If you're happy like to have him as like a short-term pick, then I feel like there's absolutely nothing wrong with Isak as a pick. Darwin, you know what you're getting with Darwin. You're getting a mountain of chances, and he may go big, he may not. You just never know. You just never know with Mr. Nunez, do you? So, yes, we're all set for some frosty football. I have heard there was some snow in London, but I think it was very slight and nothing to be worried about. I don't think we're anywhere near having any games called off at this point yet. I don't think that really helps me. Sorry, David. I think you'd need to just tell me who's in your team. Oh, you mean by looking on the league? Okay. It won't show me yet because you've only just joined, so I don't think I'll see your team until next game week. CMD, cash to Saliba for a hit. For a hit. I am going to say, because I am not hit adverse on this channel, yes, but caveat that with, do not expect necessarily to get a return on that -4 straight away. So that is what I would say about that. Although it would be just typical that this is the week that everyone gets off of cash and he goes nuts again, because that's what happens in FPL. That is the fancy football way. That is the way. Anyone who watches The Mandalorian will know where I'm coming from there. Yes, lots of fake flags coming, for sure. Yes, Cash and Watkins now a headache. Yeah, I don't think Watkins is to sell based on that. I mean, if Gaffer is saying that he's going to see how Watkins feels on the day, then that can't be anything serious. Because the medical team, if it was serious, the medical team would just say, no, he's not playing, right? They would say, it's not happening. So, just bearing that in mind, unless we get any kind of like flow or update tomorrow, then I don't think he's like a... They would be Sunday as well. Is it Sunday? Yeah, Sunday they play. No? Yes? No? Yes. The early game on Sunday. Which is no help to us whatsoever, because by then we will be locked in. Helps me for Sky though. Yeah. I don't think he'll be out for long. So even if he's out this game, or he only plays limited minutes in this game, I think Watkins will be fine potentially for midweek. So they may go, right, lads, sit out, you know, this week and then give him midweek. So I think unless you really feel like whoever it is jiving it up elsewhere, then I think we're good with Watkins. I don't feel an immediate gut reaction to sell, even though it's so much closer than I thought it was. Do you not think with that leaky Man City defence that Watkins can score something if he starts? I could see that. Watkins at home under the lights against Man City. He'll be back for that game, surely. Surely. Cash or Pedro Porro? Pedro Porro. Out of those two, I think. Just attacking wise, Porro looks so good. GV, Newcastle easily win 3-1 or 3-0. You think? United looked a bit better last week, but yeah, probably right. Wiley says he's captain in Salah. Can't get rid of Bowen since he hasn't even played for me once. Yeah, I mean, if you don't want to sell him nuclear, do not sell him. Stick with your gut. Just make sure you have good bench cover just in case. Ooh, another Salah captain in. Wow, am I in the minority here? Saka, my captain. Rohan! Yes, that is the kind of bat shizzle we love around these parts. Get in, Saka captain. Do you know what? I said in my ultimate guide on Monday that I'm seriously considering, I even said in my team selection actually yesterday, Tuesday, that I fancied Saka for the captaincy this week. And my gut tells me to. I may do it. I may just do it. Bowen to my most straightforward move, but I'm also thinking about Hwang or Gordon. Sash, Emery asked about next few weeks for Watkins. He says 50-50 for Sunday and that's it. Yeah. Just, I think if there was anything serious, then I think he probably would have said he's out this weekend, but he might be back next midweek, right? The fact that he's saying, like, what was the quote again? I'll try and find the quote again for you guys. Bill News had it here. The fact that they are saying we're going to think only of the match on Sunday at the moment. Ollie is 50-50 for Sunday. So, I mean, Gameweek 15 is midweek, guys. It's midweek. So Watkins sounds like he'll be back on the midweek. And look, we've got such little time between the weekend and midweek. If there is no Watkins whatsoever, and you're going into midweek fixtures and you're still like, we don't know whether Watkins is playing, we don't know if he's playing, just then sell him, maybe, and then go for somebody you really fancy. But just bear in mind there will be rotation wherever you go, probably with them being with the fixtures being so tightly sprung together. So yeah. Is that quote? He's going to be a doubt for Sunday. He's not completely available for Sunday. We are going to wait for tomorrow, that's Saturday, and see if we can take a risk on him or not. We will see how he feels about facing the demands in 90 minutes we are going to face on Sunday. So that doesn't even suggest that he's out completely for Sunday. It may just be that they decide together that he's not going to play 90 minutes, right? Hey guys, there's 26 of you here watching. If you're not already, please like and subscribe. You're really helping me out. Let's get to that 7K. It'd be so cool to get there before the end of the year. And liking, sharing really helps. It's fabulous. You are fabulous. Cool. Okay. Where were we? Isaac's better finisher than Darwin. Yeah. Oh, that's a nice triple up there, Wiley, on the wild card. I'm Jehl. Almost tempted to hit it myself. For anyone new to the channel, I do still have my wild card available. Have both Bowen and Watkins, one free transfer, worth a hit to bring in Buemo and Darwin, or just Buemo and play Archer for Watkins. I think I'm in a very similar situation. I do have free transfers. At the moment, I think my moves are going to be, despite that Watkins news, I think they are going to be Buemo and Gordon in. And then I think I'll wait and see if we get any more news on Watkins. But at the moment, I'm very happy just potentially to play 5 in midfield, 2 up top, and then have Archer come in if... I mean, look, if Archer was against anyone other than Burnley, like, just putting this out there, then I'd be way more tempted to sell Watkins right now. So if you don't have Archer, then maybe just, like, bear that in mind. But for now, the way I'm looking at it, I'm happy with Archer's cover. Look, the guy is unlikely to score, even though it's Burnley. I think I pointed it out in the Ultimate Guide video that he's only ever scored twice this season, 1 assist, and both of them have been at home, and he's away against Burnley this week. So I'm just putting it out there. I do not feel like Archer is going to tear it up against Burnley. But having said that, of all the fixtures I would want him to be of cover for a game week, then Burnley is that fixture, right? So that's kind of where I'm at. Focus, this is the way. This is the way, you know. Wiley, I have Simicast, Trippier, and Saliba, I assume, rather than Saliba. If you did a wild card, would you take out Simicast? Would I take out Simicast? No. No, I wouldn't. Not with Liverpool's fixtures. Not with Liverpool's fixtures. I think this is why I didn't wildcard this week, Wiley, is because there's such little time between this weekend and midweek. That turnaround is way too quick, and the rotation could be crazy this weekend and midweek. So immediately you're going to have that thing of, have I done the right thing with this wild card? That player didn't play, this player hasn't come on. It's just madness, right? So I'm like, obviously you're there, and I know why you're there. The fixture swing this week is good. What I'm going to say to you, what advice I would give you, is the same advice I would give myself if I was wildcarding right now. And that is that whatever positions, whichever players you choose to get this week, have a plan for any players you're unsure about. So Simicast would be one of those players, right? Because he would be for me. I'm unsure about him. So who am I going to want as a Simicast replacement? Boom, I've got that person straight away there. You know, like, and if you have to correct it, correct it. Do not feel like I did the wrong thing on the wild card, but now I'm stuck with it. Literally, if you get Simicast, he doesn't play this weekend, he doesn't play midweek, whatever, all of a sudden he looks a terrible option, just make that transfer. Do not let the wild card cloud your brain on whether or not you have to stick with a player just because you wild carded them in. Please. It ain't worth it. Like, this is like why I say to Nuclear, for me, I wouldn't be worrying about the fact that I bought Bowen a week ago for a -4 and he's still not playing. If I want a better or a different player, don't let previous results cloud going forward. You have to choose the best team going forward for you. As gutting as that is, though. Rohan, will Burnley win this game week? Ooh. Well, there's every potential. They're at home. They're gonna win. This should be the week that they go for it, right? Ali, welcome. Hi, Nim. I'm thinking on doing Martinelli, Saka, Cash to Zinchenko and Watkins. Darwin, extra funds has to be done today. What do you think? So you want to get Martinelli. Oh, you want to do Martinelli to Saka and Cash to Zinchenko and Watkins to Darwin. Okay. Martinelli to Saka. Ooh, tough one. Tough one. My Bonelli. My team is named after him, not on your Nelly. Saka may not necessarily outscore Nelly this week, but overall, like if we were thinking a long-term pick, then Saka probably outwins Nelly for the whole season, right? Zinchenko for cash. Now, I said this a little earlier in the stream. I'm an Arsenal fan and I do not feel 100% that Zinchenko is nailed. Like, there are a lot of people buying Zinchenko and a lot of people suggesting him. I think he's Arteta's first choice. I don't know if Focus agrees with me here. I feel like he's Arteta's first choice, but that does not make him exempt from rotation, especially with, you know, White back. I just feel like with so many games packed together in the next few weeks, I don't know. And then I'm not selling Watkins, so how can I advise you to do that? That is so tough. Nelly to Saka, the safer pick overall, tick. Zinchenko, cash to Zinchenko, potential rotation risk, but potentially better upside. I'm not sure about the Watkins to Darwin is probably my sage advice to you. Sash, Bowen to MGW, Mbeumo or Gordon. I'm pretty sure I'm going Mbeumo, but I do have the option to get Gordon as well. So if I was choosing between the two, are you covered for the blank game week? Like, you don't have any other City or Brentford mulling around, because obviously bear in mind that we have the blank for Brentford in a couple of game weeks, but Mbeumo won't be playing, and neither will City players. So as long as you don't have three, because you're going to have a bit of a benching headache. I'm lucky in a way that I have my wild card, so I could potentially navigate that blank with my wild card if I get Mbeumo in this week, which is an advantage, a real advantage. Yeah, I hear you, Com. I hear you. Ragnarok, long time, buddy. How are you? Is it time to go triple Liverpool now? I do not hate it. I do not hate it. I did consider going, maybe I wouldn't be able to get Gordon though. I did consider old Luis Diaz. That's not how I spell his name. For Bowen, excuse me. Diaz looked great last night, but he was practically playing up front, right? I didn't see the second half of the match. I don't know what happened when Darwin came on. Did Darwin kind of take more from Diaz? I think he probably would have done, right? I'm assuming Darwin would have gone up front. So cash to Saliba with... Hey Marcus, cash to Saliba with a -4. Just play Taylor. Already have Gabriel. Don't think it's worth the -4. So you're hoping Saliba gets more than a clean sheet. I don't mind selling cash, but I don't know if it's just worth sticking Taylor in this week and doing it next week. Guess it depends on whether you feel like you're gonna, well, I say next week, in a couple of days' time. I guess it depends on whether you feel you're just going to end up doing it potentially for a hit midweek anyway, if you have something else kind of already locked in. Yeah. Strengthen your bench for the wild card. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Going short-term options isn't a bad shout at all. People are going for Darwin. I'm more into Isaac because Newcastle have more home fixtures and he is on pens and 80 minutes every week. Yes, Nuclear. And as I say, if Wilson isn't ready this weekend, that means that Isaac will be playing this weekend. And if Wilson isn't ready this weekend, then he's unlikely to be ready for the midweek fixtures because they're so close together, which means you've definitely got midweek. And then the likelihood is that we'll have weekend too out of Isaac. So you should get at least 3 fixtures out of Isaac before Wilson even comes into the picture again. I'm thinking Son out for Luis Diaz for a mind sort of. Do not sell Sonny. Don't do it, Ragnarok. Do not do it. The guy should have had 3 goals last week. And yes, it is Man City, but I fancy Sonny to do something against Man City. Just fancy it. I don't know why. I don't know why. I wouldn't do it. I'm not doing it. Sonny stays. Look at those fixtures as well. West Ham at home. Now he scored 3 goals. Let's just wind this back now. He scored 3 goals against Villa. Yes, they were all offside, right? But he scored 3 goals against Villa. And they are somewhat better defensively than West Ham. Newcastle's going to be tough, granted. But then after that, Forest, Everton, Brighton, Bournemouth. I mean, do you really want to sell Sonny ahead of all of that? And I think they said that Maddison potentially back around New Year. Am I right in saying that? I think I might be right in saying that. I don't know. Then again, if I wildcard, would I do exactly that? Would I sell Sonny? I mean, I want one more game out of Sonny before deciding whether or not I want to sell him, and I want to see him against City. That's where I'm at with Sonny. If he struggles against City, or I don't see anything that really kind of says, okay, like this Spurs team isn't going to create chances for Sonny at 9 million, then I'm going to reassess Son. But for this week, I'm happy to give him, like, the fact that he scored 3 goals last week against that high line of Villa. They knew what they were doing, right? They put him in the trap. City will probably try and do the same. So it'll be interesting to see whether Son chops up his play a little bit this week. Folks says Martinelli think will become more rotated as we go deeper. Yeah, I mean, Trossard is the likely replacement, right? Exactly, yeah. Is it time to sell Martinelli and have Salah from Pool, got Diaby, Palmer and Son? John, I don't know whether it's time necessarily to sell Martinelli. Is there somebody you want for Martinelli? I'd probably give him this weekend and then maybe look potentially for selling midweek. Holly doesn't believe Watkins will play because of City and Arsenal coming up. Potentially, right? But this week we have Archer to cover him. Like, literally, if Archer was playing anyone out, like literally any other team, you'd go, no, I'll have to get rid of Watkins. But, like, you're selling Watkins when he could be starting midweek, right? I don't think he's going to give him a whole week. I don't think we're in a situation where he's going to get a whole week. Is Holly selling? Is she selling? Wiley, kudos out for Luis Diaz. Yeah, I would do that. Jay, why risk Watkins when they have Bailey? It's not about risking Watkins, is it? You'd like to think he'd get some minutes if the injury isn't too bad. Would you go for Brentford goalkeeper Flecken plus a Chelsea defender Colwill, or Chelsea goalkeeper Sanchez plus Brentford defender Pinnock? Outfield player, second option, more nailed for a minute. I think I'd go for the more nailed minutes. Yes, I know, but they're more attacking and whatever his name is, Project Glugu. I'm getting tired now. Under Ange. Oh, Friday afternoon is setting in, people. But Bailey is no Watkins, is he, Bajay? Let's be honest. Any update on Watkins? Hi, Rizzle. Welcome to the chat. Yes, we have an update, but it's not a very helpful update. So there's your update. Basically, they're gonna he's a doubt for Sunday. He's not completely unavailable for Sunday. We're going to wait until tomorrow and see if we can take a risk with him or not. We will see how he feels about facing the demands in 90 minutes we are going to face. Now, the fact that he actually specifies 90 minutes, that tells me that Watkins is going to play some part in that match. That's what I'm taking from it anyway, personally. And this is going to be the annoying situation, isn't it, where Watkins is going to come on for the last 10 minutes and do nothing, and Archer finally scores a brace against Burnley, sat first on my bench. Oh, Lord. The headaches. The headaches. Thinking Bremo or Gordon. How about Alvarez to Isak? I don't mind selling Alvarez this week, Ali. I don't mind Isak or Darwin for Alvarez, whichever you feel. Just whether or not you've got the transfer to waste doing it, because Alvarez is not a must sell, right? He's not I have to get him out of my team right now. So, yeah. Anyway, you guys, I should think about wrapping up. Do I make my transfer live on stream now? Ooh. Question is, do I want Gordon more or Bremo more? Because the other one can wait. Are there meant to be any price rises tonight? Let me check for you guys. Let me check. That's not helpful. Ooh, okay, we don't have any updates. Oh, not sure. Not sure if there's meant to be any price changes tonight. I suspect there will be. Do I get Bremo in for Bowen? Bowen. Bremo did do absolutely naff all against United, Forest, Everton, Newcastle. It's because it's Luton though, isn't it? I guess. Luton, Brighton and Sheffield United. What's Bowen done for me? Got me a goal against Brentford and Forest. Oh, the confusion. The confusion. Hey Jermaine, how you doing, buddy? Do me a favor, guys, if you haven't already, please do like the stream and share. Every little helps. Every little helps. Yes, Nim, go for it. That's 2. Oh, we didn't have a look. Did anyone actually answer the Q&A? Most of you, I guess, said Salah, didn't you? Which is not what I'm doing at the moment, which is interesting. It's got to be the fixture, hasn't it, I assume? Oh, I don't know, lads. I don't know, lasses. Do we just get Buemo in for Bowen? Just do it. Just... What I'm thinking is I could do the Buemo move now and then decide later whether or not Watkins or Louise can go. So for anyone who's just joined, my 2 transfers this week were going to be Buemo in for Gordon and in for Bowen, and then Louise out for Gordon. Which is still absolutely fine, even if Ollie doesn't play, because I can have Archer off of the bench. So that's kind of my thought process at the moment. But I'm thinking I could just do that move now and then wait and just see if we get any kind of news overnight about Watkins. I don't want Buemo for the next 4, right? At least. The next 3, at least. We haven't played any of these yet, have we? We getting to the point where we started replaying yet? Nope. See, I did not have him for these. And then I bought him around here. He did nothing, and I sold him. And then he showed up around here. That's my only problem with Buemo. And that's Burnley. Everyone scores against Burnley. There's no real, like... It's Luton, isn't it? That's the driver. That's the kicker. If I don't go for Buemo and he goes big, at 28.5%, it's gonna hurt. It's gonna hurt. How much is Bowen owned? No, it's very similar percentage. But you'd expect that Buemo 1 to go up. I'm doing it, lads. I'm doing it, lasses. Let's go. 1 transfer live on stream coming up. Let's do it. Bowen to Buemo. Done. Done and done. So that is currently how I'm lining up. Ooh, thank you, Rizal. Thanks for the sub. So that's currently how I'm lining up. Now, I'm not really expecting Turner to play anyone who's seriously thinking, ooh, Turner. It's just that I've been so hit by Johnston the last few weeks that I just figure if there's a potential that Turner plays against Everton after his teammate letting in like a ridiculous amount of goals last week, that I think that I may I may give him a chance. John Stone will come in for him, though, if he doesn't play. Offs. So, yeah. I do hope so, Rizal. I keep in Sunny, so I hope he does score a brace. That'd be great. Okay, guys, that was it. Bueno is in for Bowen, and I may do one more transfer probably tomorrow morning. And it'll likely involve moving Louise out for Gordon. But I don't hate keeping him a week if I have to, or I want to just roll the transfer for the midweek fixtures, because they come around so quickly that it's okay to do that. You know, it is absolutely okay to do that if you want to just do one transfer this week and then roll and see how it goes. So yeah, so that is me. I will update on social media, of course, as I always do for you guys. I think I'm sticking on Haaland captaincy for now. Nothing's really swayed me. It is close. I would love to have the absolute audacity to go for Saka this week. That is who I'd really love to captain this week. But I don't know. I just feel like Haaland at home, seeing what happened to the Spurs defence last week, the fact that Villa had several chances to score when they didn't, City being at home, Haaland loving being at home. Very tough between him and Salah, for sure. But I think Haaland's just edging it at the moment for me. But I may change. So if you want to see my updated team, I always post it on my Instagram page, my Twitter page, and I always post it on the feed in YouTube as well. So if you're subscribed and you've got the notification bell turned on for my channel, you should know whenever I post anything on my channel as well, which is basically like a bit of a Twitter update. It'll come up with a post saying this is Nim's team, so you can make sure that that you're following all of that. And I appreciate you guys so much. 3 new subscribers today. That just makes me so happy. Oh my gosh, you guys, honestly, it means the world. The Nim fam is growing. Slowly but surely is growing. So do make sure you hit that notification bell, the little bell, give it a little tickle. It likes to be tickled. Give it a little tickle and it'll tell you whenever I'm posting my next videos and things like that. Do let me know if there's any content you want to see from me, what you like about my videos, what you dislike about my videos. Like, don't worry about upsetting my feelings. I just want to make the best content for you guys. So be kind, obviously, constructive criticism. Don't be going out there giving me sass. Just, give me the give me the kind of, the info I need, but don't be mean about it. Oh, thanks, Neil. Appreciate that. Your name should pop up on screen if you do, so thank you. Oh, Vuk, you just got in there in time. That seems to be the question of the day, Darwin or Isak. I think I'm leaning towards Isak, but I do not hate the Darwin shout. I'm sorry that is not a definite answer either way, but you know how this goes as a content creator, right? You say one thing and then the other thing happens. But I feel like you'll get 3 solid games out of Isak with Wilson out. He should play this weekend, midweek, and potentially next weekend. Whereas Darwin's minutes may get a little bit managed over the next 3 games. And he's a chance magnet, but he's also a miss magnet. So you know what you're getting with Darwin, right? With Isak, they're at home. I think I'd lean towards Isak personally. Okay, you guys, that's it. Have a fantastic, amazing, brilliant Friday evening. And thanks again. I don't think she actually got here because she's travelling to London this evening. But thanks again to Holly for, giving me a shout out and letting people know I'm going live. And yeah, I will do my best to get content to you as much as I can next week. But obviously, with the midweek fixtures, it's going to be a bit bonkers. So, might be shorts, might be videos, might be lives. But just, yeah, if you've hit that notification bell, you'll know. So, thank you all so much. Have a fabulous evening. Until next time, Nymphria out.
Without